The season's in full swing, and Paul starts in Glusburn on a large patio and driveway clean. A grimy yard at the rear, a filthy York stone patio at the front, and a lot of ground to cover. All told, it's a huge area and it's infested with algae and black spot. So much so that Paul runs out of chemicals and worries that he won't be able to complete the job on time. Then it's on to a repeat customer in Harrogate, back to clean the render. He feels lucky to have been asked to return after what happened the last time he visited.
My name's Paul Driver and I'm the owner of JetReady. We're known for exterior cleaning and restoration services across West and North Yorkshire. On this channel I like to film real jobs and show real results, and sometimes I also talk about the real ups and downs of running an exterior cleaning business here in the UK. Full day job today, working in Glusburn, which is midway between Keighley and Skipton. Let's have a look around. Got quite a bit of Indian sandstone paving here. Pretty green, lots of leaves to get rid of as well. Front of the garage we've got more Indian sandstone, and in front of the house here we've got York stone paving. And then we've got this sunken patio feature with the retaining wall up against the lawn. Once again, York stone. Path up the side of the building, concrete flags, lots of moss down here. And then around the back we've got a large area of Indian sandstone paving. Lots of shade around the back here, so we've got lots of black lichen and quite a bit of damaged pointing as well. Big patch of mould on this slab, and we can see that the customers had a go with a karcher, not got very far with it. For this job I've just quoted a day rate and said that I'll get done as much as I can. Got another retaining wall here, some really grubby coping stones. The homeowners are also concerned about moss growth on the tarmac, so I'm going to have a go at that as well. Just a really light pressure wash where we've got a build-up of moss, and then I'll treat the rest of the area with biocide to kill it off. And it's a long stretch all the way around the back of the house to get to that patio at the rear, and I'm definitely going to need an extension. So we're at full stretch there. I've needed 80 metres of hose to get from the front to the back. Quite a lot of leaves around the site as well, especially up that side passage. I'll have to get the leaf blower out. You certainly get your steps in with a job like this. 80 metres to the van, 80 metres back, several times a day, back and forth. Anyway, it's good for the heart.
Paul's invested in serious kit designed to cut through years of dirt and grime. After a good rinse down, he cuts in the edges with a turbo lance. The hard work is done with a 21-inch flat surface cleaner with twin jets spinning just above the surface.
Well, I finished off all the pressure washing at the back. There's still a lot of staining on here. Right, this slab here is a particularly good example. On this right hand side we've got speckles of black lichen, and this area here, sort of cloudy, more general coverage, that's mould. That comes off really easily, even with a fairly diluted concentration of product. But let's be in no doubt about this, the staining is everywhere. So what I'm going to do is put a fairly hot chemical mix down. It's going to need that. Give it half an hour, leave it to dwell, and then we'll come back and reassess it. It'll probably be the case that we need to spot treat some area, or even do the whole area again as a second pass. Well, I've just had my lunch break. Took about 40 minutes, did a couple of emails as well. And let's just see how this is looking. Oh my word, that's surprisingly good actually, because it was really quite bad. There's still quite a number of stubborn spots. Take here for example. There's quite a few of those, but nothing like it was. So what I'm going to do now is just spot treat those areas, and give it a second application. I've gone a little bit hotter as well on the chemical injector. When I say hot, I'm talking strong chemical mix. I'm not talking about temperature. I guess you know that, but just to clarify. Raining.
While the second chemical application is dwelling at the rear, Paul turns his attention to the York stone patio at the front. As usual with York stone, it's heavily contaminated with black spot, and he's got his work cut out, to say the least.
Well, what a difference that is. However, it's a problem surface. Very soft, very porous, and you get lots of black lichen that literally dig into the stone and live inside. It's really difficult to get clean. Now, whilst we can improve it a great deal by putting a hot chemical mix, I guarantee we won't get anything like the results that we've got with the Indian sandstone around the back. And I never promise customers that we'll get a 100% result, because it's pretty much impossible. I mean, look at this slab, absolutely riddled with the stuff. Well, I've run out of hypo. I only brought one drum with me, 25 litres, and honestly thought that would be enough, but it's not, it's empty. Fortunately, I was speaking with a mate of mine, Mike Kane. We team up on jobs together. So we were talking about the fact that he's got a barrel of hypo on the van today, and it's for me because he borrowed one a few weeks ago. As good luck would have it, he's only 20 minutes away and he's just got finished, so he's going to pop that over to me and I'll be able to carry on and get this job finished. Well, making progress, but a bit slowly. It's nearly 4 o'clock and I've still got quite a lot to do. And it really doesn't help that I've got all of these leaves to clean up before I can even start. Not all heroes wear capes.
I just forgot it today.
No, that's brilliant. That's a big help to me, is that? Fantastic.
Your jet anyway, don't you?
Yeah. Big job this.
You get the fun ones, don't you?
Well, I'm running out of daylight. It's going to be dark very soon and I haven't yet had time to deal with the moss on the tarmac. So I'll come back in the coming days to get that finished off. Right now though, I need to do a quick fly around and get everything rinsed down. Well, we're on site in Harrogate today. It's a repeat customer and today I'm doing render cleaning. We've got a basement garage here and around the perimeter we've got these rendered walls, and it's typical here that we get water runoff coming off the top of the coping stones, and that creates a sort of semi-permanent damp area where algae and lichens can thrive. And we've also got this high gable end which seems to get runoff from the chimney area. And regular viewers may recall I was here a couple of years ago, and in the process of trying to treat this rust stain, which has come back now, I ended up splashing some chemical on the fascia of this window, this apex, causing quite a lot of damage. We managed to get it fixed with the help of an exterior spraying company, and at the same time the homeowner elected to get the rest of the apex painted as well. I made a popular video at the time and you can watch it again by following the link just up here. So for the quick win, I'm going to be using my chemical injector to apply a sodium hypochlorite solution to the basement walls. And for the upper levels and the render on the house, I'm going to be applying a licensed biocide. That's mainly because there's a lot of zinc cladding on this building and I don't want to cause any corrosion problems. A lot of workmen and cars here today, so I'm going to have to be quite careful as I'm working my way around. Well, there's some quite bad green staining coming from the gutter line up there. Last time I was here I got the ladders up and there was lots of pine needles that were blocking the gutter, causing it to overflow. Let's see if we've got the same thing now. Well, same again, lots of pine needles, but I'm not sure that's the real problem. I'm wondering if there's actually a fault in the gutter, maybe a leak at that far end. Well, that gutter's only about 1.5 meters wide, but there really is quite a lot of stuff that's come out the gutter. It's only tempting to use a strong stain remover there and get rid of that stain immediately, but it's just too adjacent to the zinc cladding and I don't want a risk of corrosion. I'm just making a point of cleaning the stonework beneath the render as well. Not that I've been asked to do that, but if I don't, there's a risk that we'll get clean streaks where the rivulets are coming down onto the stonework. There's quite a narrow passageway here, so the brush is going to be directly overhead and it's going to be raining chemical down, raining biocide down on top of me. Really sort of quite a dangerous place to be really, so full PPE, do my coat up, pull my hood up, obviously eye protection and respirator. Oh, hard work wearing PPE all day long. So all of these retaining walls around the driveway, all looking a lot cleaner than when I started earlier on today. Time to give everything a good rinse down. So I've got everything rinsed off now. Just a quick recap of what I've done. These lower areas I've treated with sodium hypochlorite. That's a strong oxidizer. It's a stain remover. It also kills off the biofilm as well, but that's not what it's designed for. It's to remove dirt and grime, and it does that really quite effectively. The trouble is with hypo, it's a strong oxidizer. Lead flashing, it stains it brown. If you got it near this zinc cladding, it could cause rust, and you would be causing damage to the building. So in the case of this property, I've used a licensed biocide on the walls of the house. What the biocide does, it kills the organisms that cause the staining. We're talking about algae, lichens, mildew, mould, and that's what causes it all to look dirty. The biocide kills those organisms and then the weather does the cleaning. Once the organisms are dead, they start to biodegrade, and then it's a natural process of weathering, sunshine, rain, wind. They just fall away, blow away, wash away. And what you find, in fact, is that the property will get cleaner and cleaner and cleaner over time. In the case of this homeowner, good customer, they invite me in at least once a year, and I'm going to do a really good belt and braces job. What I'm going to do now is put on a post-treatment of biocide, just to give it some longevity. Because it's all at ground level, I can be really efficient and use my chemical injector once again, this time with biocide rather than hypo. Right, 2 days later, back in Glusburn, this time with lots of daylight. In fact, it's a beautiful sunny day. We've got a bit of moss here and there, but it's pretty localised to this shady corner. The tarmac is not in great condition. Lots of the top dressing is loose, so I'm not going to do an aggressive pressure wash on this. In fact, I'm just going to do a bit of a sweep over with my flat surface cleaner. On this ramp, we've still got a bit of black lichen staining, so that needs a bit more hypo to see it off. Quite a lot of biofilm on the tarmac, making it really dark in colour, but you can see where I've cleaned off the moss here. It's quite a bit lighter. It's almost got a turquoisey tint to it. So I'm just going to give the whole area the once over with the surface cleaner, no back and forth, just so it doesn't look patchy. I finished with the flatty now. You can probably see some lines, very fine green there. That's where we've still got embedded algae deep in the tarmac. I'm not going to go in hard there, you'll just cause damage. So I'm going to put now a biocide treatment, BAC, Back Clear Pro from Pure Seal, link down below. Put it over the whole lot. That will kill all the biofilm and all the moss, and it will just biodegrade away over the coming weeks. All done.